Welcome back, guys. In today's video, I'm going to discuss three relevant watch related topics that you guys are going to enjoy. So watch the entire video so you can enjoy those 3 points. But before I get into it, I want to discuss two series that I'm going to be coming out with. I know you guys enjoy the What Your Watch Says About You. If some of you guys haven't seen that yet, you guys can go check them out. I made, I think, 9 videos that was pretty entertaining that some of you guys enjoyed. So go check that out. But I have two series that I know you guys are going to enjoy. The first one is watches and coffee. Of course, you guys can kind of already understand what that's going to be about. I'm going to talk watches and drink coffee. But what I'm going to do is highlight the cafe that I'm having the coffee at. Maybe I'll give a review on the coffee, tell you guys where the coffee bean is from, and just give an overall idea of whether or not you guys should visit this cafe and have some of their coffee. Now, the second series you guys are really gonna love. This one is what's on your wrist. And what I'm gonna do is go around different places in Miami. Like I'm gonna go to Brickell, Wynwood, Miami Beach, Coconut Grove, all over Miami, and ask people what's on their wrist, random strangers, and have them tell me, you know, why they bought this watch, how long they had the watch for, and what else is in their collection, and just whatever comes to my mind. Questions that you guys are gonna enjoy. Now, for these videos, it's gonna require a little bit more work, a lot more logistics that goes into it. Of course, to approach random strangers, to ask them about their watch, you have to be strategic. I have to choose the right location, the right day. Here in sunny Miami, it might be too hot, so I need to make sure it's a decent day so that people would actually want to stop and talk. I have to make sure I'm in a good mood because you can't be in a bad mood approaching people, asking them about the watch on their wrist. Most people would get a little bit nervous and defensive and just want to walk away. So I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to get it done for you guys. I'm going to get those two series going. So make sure you guys subscribe and turn your notification on so you can know whenever I post these videos. And now, guys, let's get into the 3 points where I know you guys are going to enjoy. And I want you guys to get in the comment section with these 3 points and share your opinions on them. Now, let's teleport all the way to Miami Beach. That's Miami Beach right behind me. So let's head over there and talk about these 3 points. Welcome to Miami Beach, guys. Now let's get into the first point. And the first point is being priced out of the market, being priced out of a timepiece that you're going after. I don't know if you guys remember, but maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I mentioned that I was on the hunt for a Cartier Tank Paris dial. Guys, around that time, this timepiece was going for around $4,000 or $5,000 in auction. But I took too long, guys. I was hesitant. I was hesitating. I was doing my homework and my research on these timepieces to see whether or not it made sense to buy. Because in that time, it was just starting to peak. Even though I was looking for a Cartier Tank way before the hype, it was starting to take off at that point. So I'm going to put up some of the auction results on the screen, guys. So you can see back then and recently some results from auction. And the prices that you guys see on the screen is not including the commission. So it's 20% or 30% on the prices that you guys see right here. Now today, if you look to pick up a Cartier Tank at auction, you'll be paying around 8,000 to 9,000 after all the fees. And if you want to pick up one from a dealer, dealers are selling these timepieces for around $12,000. So pretty much from the time that I was really trying to get into this timepiece, the Cartier Tank has doubled. So I've just concluded that I've been priced out of it and I'm not going to pick one up anytime soon. Unless somehow I come across someone that has a grandmother that just has a Cartier Tank sitting in her drawer and she just wants to get rid of it for, who knows, $3,000, $4,000, because that's what I was willing to pay back when I was on the hunt, but it was just slowly creeping up and it just took off. But anyways, I want you guys to comment down below if there's a timepiece that you guys have ever been on the hunt for and just over time been priced out where it just didn't make sense in your budget to purchase. Comment down below and let me know what timepiece that was, and if you want to get into the details, comment it down below. And my final point I want to make on this point is that I don't believe that the Cartier Tank or the Cartier hype that's been going on is going to be a bubble. Unlike the crash that took place when it comes to all these hype pieces, recently, I don't think the Cartier Tank or any of the other models that really took off will crash, because the one thing that sets apart the Cartier from all the other watches like the AP Royal Oaks and the Rolex Daytonas and the GMTs that really took off and crashed, is that the Cartiers are actually rare pieces, especially to get them in pristine condition. They are actually rare. So I believe the prices that they are at right now will maintain or even go higher. So I don't think it's a bubble. I want you guys to comment down below and let me know your opinion on that as well, if you think this Cartier hype is a bubble. Now for the second point, guys, and that is the importance of having a watchmaker on speed dial. It's important to have a watchmaker as a close friend or just having some close association where you could just go into his watch shop, ask for advice, have a timepiece that you're thinking about purchasing, authenticated. Just having that close contact is very important, guys, because let's think about this, right? I think most people would understand this concept. When it comes to your car, whenever there's an issue, maybe you might hear a sound that's unusual, it's not running correctly, what do? Do you go back to the salesperson that sold it to you, or do you go to a mechanic? Do you go to an independent mechanic who have way more deeper knowledge, unlike the salesperson who just have maybe surface level, that just only understand retail price, maybe the horsepower and things like that? No, you go to the independent mechanic or the dealer mechanic. That person has all the information you need to know so that you could have your problem resolved and your mind at ease. So the same thing goes for a watch. You don't go to the person that sold you the timepiece unless that person is a watchmaker and have really deep, in-depth knowledge on a movement and how it functions and can actually do repairs. So you go to a watchmaker if you have a timepiece. Whether or not you just have one or two timepieces, it's important, guys, to have a watch collector in your phone so that you can reach out to that person to get advice and just have timepieces serviced, because it's important to have your timepieces serviced just as important as it is to have your car serviced. And now for my third and last point, and that is using your timepieces for its intended purpose. So let's just say you have a Rolex Submariner, which is a dive watch. You're using that timepiece to actually go swimming and diving. I recently watched an interview with Fred Savage on Hodinkee, and he gave a good explanation that really made me come up with this point. He recently was gifted by his wife a Rolex Datejust. We all know a Rolex Datejust is a timepiece that's mostly a dress timepiece. Although you could wear it anywhere to do anything, it's really a casual piece that you could wear on a daily basis. But he did a comparison between all his collection. His collection was made up of dive watches, pilots watches, and he said that this timepiece, amongst all his high-end timepieces, is the one that he loves the most right now. And that is because he said that the only thing that like defines him right now is being a gentleman. So his dive watches, his pilot's watches, he doesn't know how to fly, he doesn't dive. So he just said that the Rolex Datejust is a timepiece that really embodies him right now and what he's about.
You can get this like 7-year itch. And so you look at your watch box, you're like, everything I have is just garbage. Like, I don't like any of this. Like I've gone down all these terrible roads. And while I haven't gone that far, I'm looking at all my watches and I'm like, you know, I'm at a point in my life, I'm not going to be a diver or in the military or a pilot or a race car driver or, you know, all these use cases for all these tool watches that I have. Like, you know, this is all passed me by, but I could still be a gentleman. I still have a chance to be a gentleman. And so I was like, I need to get more watches. How many sports watches can a guy have, you know?
And I really do understand what he was explaining, because that's kind of the mindset that I have with the timepieces that I buy. It's timepieces that's mostly dress watches that I could enjoy and wear on most of the things that I do, the activities that I partake in. I really do like him as a collector. He has amazing pieces, and to actually put his Rolex Datejust above some of his more expensive high-end pieces is a great example for us to follow. And one more thing, just to close off on this point, is that let's do a comparison, right? Let's have Tom and Jerry. They both work in the office, whatever they do, accounting, and they both have Rolex Submariners. Now, Tom is someone that has a Submariner and all he does is wear it to the office and maybe date nights. But Jerry, on the other hand, wears it to the office, wears it on date nights, but he actually dies with this timepiece. He has stories of going to the Atlantic deep diving, going fishing, just actually using it for its intended purpose. Between these two guys, which one would you guys really want to sit down with and talk watches with and have stories exchanged back and forth? It's going to be Jerry. So this is a good example, guys, that is more than just owning a timepiece. It's owning a timepiece that really suits your lifestyle, that you're really going to use it, where you're going to create stories and have much engaging conversations with other people that's into watches. Now, there's nothing wrong with Tom, wearing his Rolex Submariner. He probably just views it as something precious, so he doesn't want to go diving with it or have it scratched up and things like that. But it's just a comparison to show you guys that, hey, buy timepieces that you're actually going to use it for its intended purposes as well, not just wearing it on date nights and out and about, but use it for its intended purposes. So if you're a pilot or if you're trying to get your pilot's license, get a pilot's watch. I think that's really cool and unique, and it's going to be a good addition to your style. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think about that. Share your opinion. Guys, I'm going to end the video here and just enjoy the view. The sun's setting behind you guys right now, so I'm going to enjoy that. And again, guys, thanks for watching. Give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, turn your notification on so you can know whenever I post a video, and stay tuned for some more videos.